Alright, so we are back. Okay, so building this kit runs it into an issue with the rear differential, the T-lock cable running to the servo. Um, there's some kind of issue here. The cable's too long. I played with it, spent about an hour messing with it, and this cable's too long. I'm gonna see if I can maybe order another one and see if it's a little bit shorter. But this cable seems too long. I ripped apart the whole differential, played with it, and the cable just it only moves just a little bit, and you can see how much room here. There's like so much room. So it looks like there was an issue here with that. So I'll have to fix that. For now, what I did, I'm just gonna lock it for the rear. And then I'll figure that out later on. But I want to finish the rest of the build. There's not much left actually. I just realized there's only a few pages left. So let's mount the tires. I will glue them later, but for now I just want to mount it on the kit. Let's get those on here. And these do have a direction rotation, so make sure you put the right ones on the right side. Rotation, there you go. So that will go over there. That one's for the other side. This one's also from this side. And don't forget you to use your trusty wrench. Alright, we have a suspension now. Okay, and the next part is get some braces. We got our last bag here. Got bumpers. This looks like the rear bumper. Oh, got put it in the right way. I believe it'll be this way. Got a front bumper. There's our little trusty box. I got a couple screws left there. Alright, so these screws here are 3 by 20. And I guess I need the post there as well. Oh no, I guess I don't need that. Okay. Guess that'd be the lower post on there. And there's some screws that push through there. Let's see here. Might as well do both front and rear on that part there. This is part of the front bumper. It's this one here. Is the front or the rear? Which way does that go? Both this way. Yep, that's correct. So from the inside to outside. One here. Well, it does not want to go. There you go. Okay, that's a pretty long rig. And you got a body post, got the big one on top. And 1, 2, so we have 2 from the top. Guess just depends what kind of body I use on this. There's a couple of screws here, which I believe are these ones. These ones, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then the 2 front ones. Front is... don't actually see how high you want it on the front, but I guess I'll just set it to any position for now. Yeah, they don't mention how low, but that's fine. We'll have to test it out with a body. Okay, so for bumpers, it's the front one. Screw in here. 2.6 by 8. fake winch. Okay, and these guys from here are from the top. Okay, so depends where I want the bumper. I think that's a good area there. Almost done. The rear bumper. And then we have these two. And we got these little tow hooks, which have these little tiny screws. And these are 1.5 millimeter. Okay. Another one here. And we have two up front. Okay, tow hooks are done. And lastly is the bottom. Oh no, I guess these are from the top. These would be the guards here. Oops. Oh, Mac, how you doing, buddy? Just trying to build a TRX here. Thanks for joining the stream. It's like the third session now, trying to get this truck done. Well, not third, but 3 parts. Took longer to build than I expected, actually. Do you own a TRX? I think next time I'll be using a screwdriver for this. Or a power screwdriver. Flip this guy around. I guess with this you can adjust it whether you want it full or not. TRX. Last final screws of the build. Okay. I think that'll be it. So what do I got here? Oh, big truck. Fenders, that's done. I got 2 screws here. Did I miss somewhere? These are small ones, like 3x10. 2 pieces. I did screw this together, did I? I believe I did. Yep, I did. Okay. 2 across, which I did, and 2 in the back. Let's go back to the beginning, see if there's anything I missed. These are the button cap screws. No, not the transmission. That was mounted. Because that's that servo there, so that's fine. Differential. 4 screws on that, that's fine. Those are those screws. Two screws, 4 of them. One top, one bottom, so those are all in. Okay, so those 3x10, both the front and the back are both screwed in. Yep. So where are these screws coming from? Unless these are for this part here. These are 3 by 10, not 3 by 12, right? Yeah, these are 3 by 10. 3 by 10. That's done. 3 by 10. Lower gear. Lower gear was screwed in. Yep. All the screws are there from both sides. Cross members there. That's all screws. That's all screws. Three by 10. Transmission, 2 from the top and 1 from the bottom. The bottom one I missed, but then I got later on. The 2 from the top are in there. Transmission is mounted, so it's 2. I remember putting those screws in there, so those should be fine. 3 by 8. And those ones for the cover for the motor, those are in. 3 by 10. That's for the ESC, which is mounted, so that's fine. I believe those ones might be for this. 3 by 8. Servos are in. 3 by 8. 3 by 10. 2 pieces from the bottom. So that was mounted. Yes, those are there. 3 by 6. Then we got the shocks. 3 by 15. 3 by 15. 3 by 15. 3 by 6. Tires 3 by 20. 18. Yep. I got all the screws, so looks like that would be it. And there's some setup for steering trim and all that, and I can read up on that later on. But I think this truck is done. Overall, I think it was a decent build. Say one exception is the rear diff lock. I have to figure out what to do with that. Because like I say, it's just this cable here. Let me just zoom in here a little bit closer. This cable right here, this is way too long. Like right now this is engaged, disengaged, so this, for whatever reason, I don't know, like some kind of issue with the factory, this cable's way too long. And I checked the diff, everything's fine. It is as it's supposed to be. When you pull it back and pull it forward, it does unlock the differential. But as you can see, this cable's way too long. So, and I know I didn't mix up the front and the back. The front fits perfectly, it works perfectly. The back is supposed to be a bit longer because it goes down a bit farther. So this is the right cable, and I built the front and rear differential separately, so there was no mix up there. So I think these 2 screws are actually for over here. Not sure what's supposed to be here. Something. Where's my screwdriver? Here it is. Just screw this into here. Nope, these are too big. So I got 2 extra screws for something. Not sure what it is, but you get 2 extra screws from the build. But let's just see how this thing's going to perform. At least how it works. Let's try this battery. I think this is the one that works. Is this the working one or the one with the low voltage? throw that in there. Lock it down. Let's see here. So you got the transmission lock. That works fine. Then we got the front diff. So you can see the movement there is not much. Very little. Right? I won't bother using the other one. And then we got our steering. Oh, here. One sec. Bring it back up a little bit higher. So again, we got our front and rear here. You can see moving there. And then front diff lock. Okay, and then we'll test our wheels turning. You can see the wheels turning. Here, I'll flip this upside down so you guys can see. So we got our wheels. And then we got our throttle. Everything seems pretty smooth. And then we got reverse. Change speed. This is our low. And our high. There you go. Everything works. Well, sorry, with the exception of that rear differential lock. So that'll be there for now. And I think that's it. So that is the build. So like I say, as far as any reviews on this as far as the build itself, the build overall was pretty good. Most of the hardware fit pretty well, no issues. There was a few minor things I just had to adjust when building. For instance, when I was putting together the rails, in the book it says to put a couple of screws in the front and then screw some parts here, but the front rail is popping out. So I just put the screws in the front first and then right at the back for the bumper. And then it kept the rail straight. It was easier to put the rest of the screws in there. So that's kind of a couple of things you have to adjust. Not a big deal, just kind of do that. But besides that, like I say, everything else seemed to be pretty smooth. I'll figure out that T-lock for the rear, and we'll go from there. And then after that, I'm going to start looking for a body for this kit. So maybe go with the Defender, and we'll go from there. And then we can start adding in all the cool scale accessories. So there you go. There's the build. You guys can look at it. Again, you can see that's from the side. Now we'll go over here a little bit better light. From the top. The other side. Oops, the battery's falling out. And that's from the bottom side. Alright. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. If you're watching this as a rerun video, check out my other videos. I'll have more stuff for RCs. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and we will see you on the next video. Thank you very much. See you next time.